You're it's time. You're all right. All right. We have come to it, guys. We have come to the day. We have come to the day. Today is the day. And I expect a lot of these things to happen quickly, guys. First of all, hello, hello, hello. Welcome in there, out there, in here, out there, everywhere, all over the globe. It is yours truly. I am Kwame Nakomi, and this is Kwame Nakomi World for another installment of Lakers and the Other 29. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things going on today, guys, but I appreciate you being here with me. You could have been anywhere in the world. I appreciate you coming through, and I hope that you go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, share with your people, and rate me wherever you want to see more Kwame Nakomi World, guys. I know it's a little early out there on the West Coast. I hope I get a couple of viewers out there. I hope I get couple of viewers over here. You know what I mean? But without any ado, it is the beginning of the free agency period in the NBA, guys. It is amazing. It's an amazing time to be alive. As a Laker fan, trust me when I say it is an amazing time to be alive. I am up. It's a little bit past. It's almost 1:00 here on the East Coast. Let's see. It's about to be maybe 11, maybe 10 o'clock on the West. Not exactly sure. Yep. About to be 10 o'clock. So, hey, I appreciate you guys for coming out. I see I have one viewer. Please, I appreciate you. Go ahead and leave a comment. Let me say what's up. Check in real quick where you hitting me up from. Just go ahead and just drop the state or the location, city. Shout your city out. You know what I mean? I'm representing right now for Brooklyn. I reside right now in Georgia, and I'm also repping Laker Nation out there. You know what I mean? So I'm energized today. I got some nice orange juice. It looks a little pinkish just because I mix it with a little bit of Minute Maid fruit punch. You know what I'm saying? Tropicana orange juice and a little bit of Minute Maid fruit punch on the weekends. It is tasty. It is absolutely tasty. Go ahead and make you a combo like the Lakers are about to make a combo today. I hope that they got their fillers out. I hope they did all they fishing. I hope they did all they fishing and they're able to wrangle them a big catch today. What am I talking about? Hey, I'm talking about the beginning of free agency. It begins tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we are currently about 5 hours away here on our side of our neck of the woods. What's going on, Angel White Cheese? What's going on? I appreciate you for hitting up. Where you hit me up from, man? Where were you on the West Coast, East Coast? You up in Sacramento or up in Seattle? Or you hitting me up from Miami? Let me know in the chat where you guys are from right now, just so I could kind of gauge. I want to gauge, the time. Let that camera get back into focus. So you want to kind of gauge what time I need to hit my people up. You know what I'm saying? Try to sneak in there. I don't know if I have many East Coasters. I believe I do. I've had a couple of people tell me that they watch and they're on the East Coast, but I want to know, about what time you hit me up. But I appreciate you guys for being here. But to the Lakers now, guys. That's what this show is about. It's my favorite. It's my favorite team. Period. I rep New York for my football, but at the same time, it's all about the Lakers. And right now, people thought we were dead in the water after the DeJounte Murray trade, which I'm going to go over in a little bit. But no, the Phoenix rises again. We have opportunities. There's still ashes. There's still sparks. There's still flames in the ashes there. So we have an opportunity, and we were given an opportunity from who? From the king. From the king. Don't get me wrong. It's sometimes it's his demand on us to make us great, and not saying that we don't want to be great either. But the way sometimes that he does it is not exactly as the way that it would really, truly, at least in the Laker fans' eyes, truly helps the team. But yesterday, matter of fact, he did some amazing things. He did some amazing. So as we were hoping for, and we finally got notice, D'Lo has finally decided to opt into his contract. He went out there trying to fish, trying to see what's going on in the world, in the market. Who needs a 6'4" point guard, starting point guard, who is about what 37, 38 from the 3-point line? He was a starter and he was a big contributor, maybe the third best player on the Lakers last season. So he's out there trying to get some feelers, and it doesn't look like he found what he was looking for. So he decided to say, all right, I'm gonna opt back into the Lakers, and hopefully, obviously he should know that the Lakers are looking to trade him, but at least this way he gets his money. So he's going to get his $18 million from the Lakers. And we're going to see what we're going to do with him. Let me go ahead and pull up the Lakers. Yeah, he's going to be getting 18.6 from the Lakers next year. But he probably will be packaged in a deal. But the biggest thing that happened yesterday evening, was LeBron James decided to opt out of his contract. My man was a all NBA team player. So that means that he qualified for the max contract. That would have been around $51 million. But he decided to opt out. Now, I know. He still pretty much is, if we was to re-sign, he would opt in at $49 million, which would save us about $1.5 million, you know what I mean? But we'll see how that go, because he let his intentions known. It leaked that he let his intentions known at least. Yeah, no, he did. Because that's what we were hoping for, that maybe he might opt out. And maybe amongst maybes, that maybe if we play ball with him, or we have a great partnership going on with him and Clutch, that he might give us one. We did him we did him several solids. Let me not say one solid. It's a partnership. He definitely helps us and we help him, and we have done that. We can have continued our side of the partnership. And it looks like he has decided to continue his side of the partnership in his last contract, pretty much, in the NBA. So it appears that he will definitely be opting back in, but he is willing to opt in at a lesser amount of money. That's big. Even to the point, though, that at the very least, he is willing to opt back in for a to free up at least enough for a mid-level exception. That's at least enough for a mid-level exception. And he's actually willing to maybe go a little higher than that, depending on the piece that we bring in. So, Rob Pelinka, you next. You up, bro. You on deck for the upper room. If you cannot pull this off, you have not had opportunities like this out there in a really long time, where you have a superstar who is actually willing to take a pay cut to maximize his opportunities in his last contract, to try to get some true talent to actually take this team over the hill. Team as currently constructed, I think personally, if we were completely healthy, we might have been able to make a run. But we hit we hit our matchup nemesis in the Nuggets. So we weren't able to take advantage of that. But if we make some tweaks, I definitely think we're back in the game. We're absolutely back in the game. Absolutely back in the game. So his intention is to re-sign with the Lakers, and that's an amazing thing. We have that confirmation. So we don't have that question mark in there. Now, the only question mark is whether or not Rob can do something with it. We had plenty of people out there that we were considering. DeJounte Murray. I'm gonna get to him. So the possibility is that the King is actually willing to take a pay cut, and that's amazing. Plain and simple. He's finally putting his money where his mouth is, because he says winning is all he cares about, and he wanted to play with his kid. We brought one dream true, and let's see if he can help us to bring the other dream true, to actually get him to 5 championships. You know what I mean? To be up there with that Kobe level. That would be amazing. But he's putting his money where his mouth is, because he realizes that we need some freedom in this market to actually being able to cut the fat quickly and get to a contending team. So some people have said, he actually would never do this, saying that, if that's what the market is, it would hurt other players if he decided. Now, what has Braun ever cared about whether or not he would hurt other players, unless it's like, going against the CBA or something like that. Braun has satisfied and fulfilled all contracts, and now he is willing to do what he has to do for this contract and for the team, and that shows great ethical, I'm not say ethical, but that shows um what's the word? Some loyalty, and that shows honor, you know, to be able to go back to the team and do it. So who can tell Braun what he can and cannot do? Nobody. So he's going to break the internet again and decide to say he's going to opt out and he'll take less money to bring in players. You know what I'm saying? He's the king. He can do anything he wants to do. He makes his own money. He has his own money. And when I say he has his own money, I mean he has his own money. He's a billionaire. He don't need that. He don't need that money. Not saying he don't need that money, because you know what I'm saying, he got things to do. But at the same time, 16 million, 20 million less, that's not going to hurt his career. As a matter of fact, I think he just definitely earned about 3 brownie points. Easy, easy. This move can easily also like help his legacy, if a legacy can be helped anymore. I mean, come on now. How many other big superstars in the world took a pay cut? I'll wait. Y'all go ahead and put that in the chat. Besides Tom Brady, and maybe there's some others out there. Go ahead and let me know if you have it out there. But he's willing to give this he's willing to do this to give the Lakers the flexibility to sign a difference maker. And that is definitely his prerequisite, though. You know what I mean? It has to be an actual difference maker. It can't just be, oh, we're going to do this to go and get Joe Schmo to go get Bojan Bogdanovic. Nah. He's not doing this for no foolishness. He's not doing this for no foolishness, And if he does it, if they don't make the move that he wants, he's re-signing for the max. He's going to re-sign for the 49 million, and then let the chips fly where they may. And then now the Lakers are in scramble mode. But now the Lakers are in scramble mode for the positive reasons of trying to actually put together a team on the fly. They have about a week right now. A week from now, he's going to be going to camp for the U.S. basketball team. So if we could get this done, I mean, if we can't get it done in a week, we wasn't going to get it done. Plain and simple. I think between today at 6:00 and tomorrow, we could definitely pull off at least 2 moves and change this whole entire team around. Plain and simple. You know what I mean? And if he caps us if he goes in for the max, we're going to be hard capped at the second apron, I believe, with the other moves that we need to make to actually kind of make this team even possibly credible. Plain and simple. But he's serious, definitely, about the Lakers acquiring more players, and someone who can help. Obviously, now, plain and simple, they got the rookies in, but he needs some people who could help now. And the roster, as constructed right now, is not good enough. Plain and simple. So he might take he might even take a $33 million contract, and that would give the Lakers at least $16 million to play with. And that is some room that players see. I'm starting to, as I go through, following this kind of stuff, starting to realize a little bit more, about how much that final big chip coming in at the last is so beneficial for teams, for a person to opt out and let their team play with the pieces, and then they come back in and okay, now it's in a better position, and he could pick the amount of money where he could fit in and also let everything ride. You know what I mean? So the things that we need. What do we need, people? What do we need? Y'all go ahead and put it in the chat. The things that the Lakers need. I know it's early in the morning. Some of y'all might not feel like chatting. If y'all could just say what's up, I appreciate that. But hey, hit me up later on if you have some ideas and comments of what you want to see or what you want the Lakers to get. Obviously, I believe we need a new starting point guard, because I feel like D'Lo, although he's a scorer, he sometimes shrinks during big moments, and also he's not the greatest defender. So we need a a replacement at starting the point guard, and we probably will get that, especially now with this flexibility. We could do some trades, people. So we need a point guard. We need shooters, definitely. We need two-way players because we can't have people who are only out there for offense. We need to have people who are at least credible on defense enough to funnel people towards our great defenders. If we keep Vando, that would be awesome. Of course, AD, the black hole right there. Nothing gets in it, nothing gets out. Plain and simple. Or things get in, nothing gets out. He basically is going to throw things. So we need that kind of flexibility. I apologize for belching on the mic. My bad, guys. My bad. But I hope that y'all are cool with that. It's all right. My bad. Anyway, we also need two-way players, and we need a backup big man. Absolutely need a backup big man. So possible trade targets for us, of course, was DeJounte Murray. That was one of the ones that was on the top of our list. But what happened? The Hawks are bums. They could have gave him to us. I get it. Maybe if who was it? The Pelicans, they basically offered two first round picks, but is DeJounte Murray worth two draft picks? Hell no. I don't think he's worth 2 draft picks. He's easy a one and a D-Lo, you know what I mean? Or a one and some other cat, you know what I mean? But he was definitely not worth the one of our big players. I mean, maybe we could have did a Rui. I would have did a Rui if they didn't want D-Lo, but you know what I mean? That was tripping. But y'all gave him up for a pickle and a quarter water. I mean, that's like $1 back in the day, a quarter and a pickle for 75 cents. I come through with $1, I get a whole meal and walk out. Mad cholesterol, mad salt. I mean, it is what it is, but got my belly full in the summertime. You know what I mean? Just a little bit of this quench my thirst. You know what I mean? But they gave him up for Larry Nance and Bryson Daniels is what I heard first, in the 2 picks. But then they basically threw in EJ Lindell on there to make it look pretty because of the fact that, come on, they knew that we was giving up better players, but they wanted the draft pick. So whatever, y'all can have him. It's all good, plain and simple. I wasn't completely sold on DeJounte Murray anyway. I felt like he was maybe the energy we needed, but maybe not as consistent of an offensive threat. And I don't know how his I don't really see him as a actual point guard. And I feel we need more of a point guard than a scorer, because that's what's going to put the ball back in Braun's hands, and we back at the start. So anyway, so that was what it was. It is what it is. It's cool. The throwaway, they it is what it is. Anyway, so we got to move on. Possible moves we can now do. We have a mid-level exception, possibly available at was $12.9 million. He also gave his accepted players a list of acceptable players that he thought that, hey, okay, I'm signing the easy. I'll take the cut if y'all give me these people. Period. If y'all don't get one of these, y'all go ahead and give me my max and y'all figure your life out afterwards. But anyway, so, okay, I know the main guy that everybody wants me to talk about first, but I'm going to talk about some of the other people first. You know what I mean? James Harden. I don't even know why he even put James Harden on the list. Obviously, that was just a throw in because he didn't want to just obviously focusing on the main dude. No tampering issue, just basically trying to throw out dudes. And I mean, it's from Braun, so it's not tampering because it's not coming from the team. But at the same time, But so he throws out James Harden. That's the no from me. I'm pretty sure that's a no for most Laker fans. But besides that, he wants too much money. And he's not a reliable player in the playoffs either. So he would go from D'Lo to a more ball hoggy James Harden with all the problems and all the circus and the clubs and everything like that. We need somebody who's serious about basketball. That's what we need right now. We need somebody who's serious about basketball. So Harden could go. Then Giannis Valanciunas. He's good on offense. But not sure what he would look like next to AD. I mean, it would look like they would need to actually not play together, because it makes no sense to give AD. We're looking for a big man that could actually defend in the paint. It makes no sense to give him a person that we actually even played off the court. We played him off the court. You know what I mean? So what's the sense of bringing Valanciunas over here? Unless it was on some. I ain't throwing no MLE yet, but I mean, they could if that's all they had is to give him another starting level center. But starting level here and starting level other places is different. That money, that's apples and oranges, because our level of starting level, I mean, we had the likes of Shaq and the captain. Hell, even I forgot his name back when Kobe won his second double double back to back. You know what I'm saying? We had those like the big man. What will Valanciunas really do for us? So that's a no. I have there's other centers out there that we could get with less money. You know what I mean? Another option that was thrown out there is DeMar DeRozan. I don't think that was thrown out there by Braun, but he's great on offense. He's he's a possibly decent defender. I'm not exactly sure how he's on defense. I don't think he's great, but he is not a 3-point shooter, and that basically goes against what JJ is really looking for and what I believe would be the best offense to put together for the Lakers because of the fact that Braun is a player that thrives when he's in the middle of the shooters. What's going on with Craig? What's going on with you, man? Thanks for tuning in with me. And he probably wouldn't shine for the MLE either. And would we want to go over for DeRozan? Would we want to go over maybe DeRozan would be cool, but at the same time, I don't know if he's I'll take a $20 million pay cut for. I don't know if that's the kind of dude. Maybe he'll come back to the hometown for the hometown discount, but that might not be an issue. It might not be a option. Trae Young is an option also. I'll go over Trae Young a little bit later. But he tweeted the whole hourglass emoji before, and we can't really afford him unless we pretty much like I don't want to say gut our team, but we would have to gut our future. It looks like the Hawks is trying to turn themselves into OKC. Atlanta's look like they really trying to Atlanta period. Like the Falcons are looking for the present and the future. And it looks like the Hawks are basically not looking about the present at all. They're just completely focused on the futures. They're kicking, they're punting pretty much. You know what I mean? So it looks like they won a whole bunch of picks, and that might not be what we're here for. You know what I mean? So but it's still a possibility. I think that Trae, although he is definitely not the greatest defensive player, I feel like offensively he'd be a good fit with Braun. He could be trusted to get 10 assists a night and also be that 3-point threat out on the outside with the likes of Reeves and the likes of hopefully Connect. Mr. Connect 4, good boy picking up the 4. Also, I like the number 9 on Bronny. I like that number. You know what I'm saying? It's a cool number. Malik Neighbors, my Giants rookie. Malik Neighbors picked up the number 9 too. I hope that he keeps that. And I actually like the number 9. I think that's solid. So Connect 4 and number 9. Braun. My man Craig Ostertag said. Sorry, not Ostertag. I was thinking Greg Ostertag. Sorry, Craig. Osterberg said LeBron has his time limit. Yes, he does. So Rob has to get get on the ball if you want to pay cut. Absolutely. I mean, this is only going to happen. I hope that the NBA understands the earthquake that is a seismic shift for LeBron James at the end of his career to take a pay cut when the Lakers needed it the most. So I hope that Rob cannot. If you ever had a fireable offense, Rob Pelinka, that's a fireable offense if you can't put this together. You have money to play with in free agency, and you can make trades. If you come out of here with some foolishness, if all we get is a Bruce Brown, is not a Bruce Brown. If all we get is a Luke Kennard and a Buddy Heed, oh, go ahead and get the boxes and change his key card access. Period. Let him walk in, change his key card access, escort him out on Monday. Yeah, that's how they do. Matter of fact, let him work all week. Then get him out of there on that Friday. And draft picks. Yes. And 3 pick swaps. So we got 5 draft capital pieces that we can actually use. So we'll see what happens with that. But obviously, when we heard the fact that Braun might be open up to a pay cut, the person who jumped to the top of the list was Klay Thompson. Now, I know what a lot of people are saying. He's leaving the Golden State Warriors because he wants money. But And I mean, okay, yeah, you can go get money with the Magic, but do you want to go get money with the Magic and not win a championship? You're not going nowhere to just be in the playoffs, bro. You're not going anywhere to just be in the playoffs. I think the top two people to try to get Clay is fireworks, baby. It's fireworks. Plain and simple. The top two people to try to get Clay is Dallas and the Lakers. And I think that's the only people that should be in that conversation. I mean, plain and simple. And that's the only people in his conversation. Now, excuse me, Klay Thompson is a hometown guy, of course. His dad played for the Showtime Lakers, Mr. Michael Thompson. He's also currently employed by the Lakers. He lives, I believe, in the LA. No, well, I think he probably has a house out in Golden State, but he's always in LA. He's an LA boy. You know what I'm saying? He's a 3-point specialist. Absolute killer when he's ready to be on. You know what I mean? And once upon a time, he was a great defender, but now he's a I believe probably a good defender. He doesn't have the athleticism and the movement that he used to have, but at the same time, he still has his mind. And that's better to me than a person who has never been a great defender and at least can still kind of know what to do, how to react to certain things. And with other defensive pieces behind him, he could plug some holes defensively. And, but he has been slowed down, of course, from age. He's not young, and by injuries to both legs, Achilles and ACL. I mean, that definitely took him out for what, a year, if not a year and a half, maybe 2 years. I don't remember exactly how many years he missed, but at the same time, he's resilient. He's a fighter. He wants to win another championship. You think Clay, with the fact that Golden State is dissing him and not wanting him to come back, is not ready to try to go win another championship and have more championships than Steph? I want to see that game. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? And also, but his three is still there, and that completely mixes with the Lakers, what the Lakers want to do this year with offense, shooters around LeBron James and AD. I mean, and could you imagine adding Clay? I mean, even if you had to stick with D'Lo for, that would definitely be a bad thing, I think, defensively. But we come off D'Lo, get another point guard, even a veteran point guard. And that could basically switch it up with Braun, and share it with Reeves, and I think we would figure it out. Klay Thompson, we would figure it out, and I believe Klay Thompson could definitely be the starter. I would give him the start if he wants to start. I would let Klay start. I would let Klay start and let him play himself off the court if he needs to. You know what I mean? And by then, hopefully he realizes that, okay, yeah, maybe that may be your role right now, Klay. But at the same time, we will definitely let you start at the beginning of the season. You know what I'm saying? So I say, as a replacement for Taurean Prince, Klay Thompson, absolutely perfect person. Jump right into that piece right there. And I think that Braun would immediately say, go ahead, put it in, call the commissioner, let it be known that's who we want, and that's who we're going for. You know what I mean? Let me see. So Braun never gives pay cups. Absolutely. Like a total eclipse. You're gonna wait 50 years for that joint to come back around. That's all I gotta say. Especially for a full eclipse directly over where you're standing. The last one that just passed by, it was just a partial. So to have a full eclipse, total eclipse, not going to happen again. Craig also said Michael Thompson works with John Ireland, absolutely, for ESPN LA radio and play-by-play. He's also ESPN Angels. He is also on ESPN Los Angeles radio. Lives in Orange County. I mean, you can't be more LA than that, man. That's all I gotta say. I mean, go ahead and make that happen. I know that they're gotta wait till 6:00 to actually make the phone calls, but I know Braun is just like, yo, come on, bro. You know how close we are. If we had another shooter with this new offense that we're putting together, it's gonna be 3 central. AD and me and AD, we're not looking to get the big stats like we used to. It's all about winning to us, and we're healthy and we're strong, and we got some young players that's willing to go out there and fill in the gaps with the defense. You know what I mean? It's going to be hard to me personally to keep the second bench not out of the rotation. I mean, let's see what they come out with. I mean, people that could be traded is D'Lo, of course, Rui, Vando. I hope we keep Vando with the fact that we're trying to go after Clay. I think Vando is a definite need to keep. And it would definitely hide Vando a little bit more with the fact that he cannot shoot. But I feel like those three are the ones that we need to either shop, package, whatever we got to do. Everyone else can stay, and let's throw in some of these moochers, these 1-and-1s that basically for some crazy reason Rob was giving it out and making it rain 1-and-1s on these little bums that basically he thought might have worked out. So Christian Wood got a 1-and-1. Hayes signed. They all opted in. Christian Woods, Jackson Hayes, and Cam Reddish all opted back in because they obviously knew they wasn't going to get. They might not even end up on the actual team. So they said, "All right, well, give me my last little check, and I appreciate you." So we're going to take those. We're going to basically take those, and we're going to package those off. Maybe we could do 2 trades and a free agent. That's what I see. I see 2 trades and a free agency pickup. Let's see what we could do with it. You know what I mean? If we can't get Clay, we could definitely chop up that that mid-level, or we could do some things. We could see, we can work some trades out. So they still have and also they need to still re-sign Max Christie. So we got some moves that we had to handle. We got some housekeeping to take care of. We got to get rid of those. We got to get rid of those 3 people that definitely doesn't help us on our bench. We definitely got to re-sign Max Christie. We got to trade out D'Lo and somebody else to get somebody great, and we got to pick up Klay Thompson. I mean, that's basically what is on the menu for Rob, and he needs to eat it. He needs to eat it and needs to finish that whole entire bowl. Plain and simple. Make it happen, Rob Pelinka. Make it happen. And now the issue is too, we have too many players. So we definitely need those things to happen, including the rookies with Dalton Connect and Bronny James. We have played way too many players. So next time, veteran men's are one-year deals. Don't. Everybody's going to take more money. If you dangle in front of us, we're going to take more money. Don't dangle that. Playing for the Lakers for 1 year, it should be good enough. If not, move on to the next bum. Hell, Reddish barely played half the season. Hayes definitely came through. Christian Wood barely played half the season. Actually, if all the people that we would keep would be Jackson Hayes, but I think that we could definitely do better on out there on the free agent market with getting another big. So everybody went out to go get their money. They had their money. They had their hands out and they got their money. So, but we got to do what we got to do. You know what I mean? But who is currently on the books? We have Anthony Davis at $43 million, D'Angelo Russell at 18, Rui Hachimura at 17, Austin Reeves at 12, Gabe Davis. I forgot about Gabe Vincent. Sorry, not Gabe Davis. It's my football brain tapping in. Gabe Vincent at 11 with another year still on his contract. Vanderbilt at 10. And then we have Hood-Schifino and Max Lewis, who are our rookies from last year. I personally still feel that we should keep Hood-Schifino. Call me crazy. Right now, we're still looking for another backup point guard because we don't think Hood-Schifino's ready yet. But how is he going to get ready if he never gets on the court? I still think we should keep Hood-Schifino. Maxwell Lewis, if we want to package him in a deal, they want another scorer, possible scorer for the future, no problem. I feel that we have some great picks. We have some great pieces for the future, but sometimes you can't have your cake and eat it too. So we need to make some hard choices, guys. We have to make some hard choices. So we also have 2 first-round picks, like I said, and we have 3 swap picks. So we have 5 assets that we can use. If we can't get this done, I mean, come on. I have a vote of no confidence for Rob. So do it. Get it done, Rob. Other possible players to target: Bruce Brown. Of course, I would say, yeah, I would love to have Bruce Brown on the team. Bruce Brown with a Klay Thompson and a Rui. I'm not Rui, and with an Austin and a Connect. I think all we need missing is a point guard and a backup center. I mean, come on. I mean, Jeremy Grant. And I know that the issue with Brown, I think he is a 20 million dollar year guy. I don't know how we're going to pull that off. And I don't know that Bruce Brown would be Braun. He's not on Braun's list, period. So that would have to be a secondary trade or or free agency pickup. Jeremy Grant, way too much money. And I don't feel like he stays healthy enough to be worth that money. We be doing Portland a favor, and they've never done us a favor. So F them. Not Jeremy Grant. Kyle Kuzma would be cool. I think that they're doing him dirty out in Washington. They're in the rebuild right now, and so they're not really be relevant, especially after they lost Bradley Beal. If I was Kuz, I wouldn't mind getting out of there, but he's earning some money too. I forgot. Let me see how much Kyle Kuzma is making. Washington. Washington. Kyle Kuzma is the second highest paid person. He makes $25 million a year, and he's locked in at a declining amount until the 2027. So if we want to pull off a deal with Kyle Kuzma, he doesn't move the needle for Braun, but he might be another good player. I don't know how he is defensively though. He wouldn't be a help defensively. I would say definitely though, Dorian Finney-Smith would be a defensive assist guy. Not amazing on offense, as I learned when I picked him up in my fantasy league last year, but at the same time, he's somebody there. And another Brooklyn person is Cam Johnson, and they might be a good spot for a good target for Brooklyn might be a good target for some trade partners, especially with the fact that they look like they're doing a full remodel. They tore the whole house down and they're building it from the basement back up, because in Brooklyn we build houses with basements. True quality and staying power. So it looks like that maybe D'Lo can go back to Brooklyn with his expiring contract, and we could get Dorian Finney-Smith, maybe Cam Johnson too. Okay, yeah, but Cam Thomas is the one I would rather. But I mean, hey, it is what it is. Another center though, we would definitely need another center and a point guard. And maybe on the vet men, that would be great. So Andre Drummond is another target for a possible free agency target. We could probably get him on a vet min. Robert Williams is another one. I don't know if we could get him on exactly a vet min. Maybe I had to spice it up with another million or two. But he could definitely come through. I wouldn't give Andre Drummond a player option. I'd give him team options. Why would you give player options? You give team options, bro. Team options. Anyway, Robert Williams is another one that's another guy who might be available, and we can maybe pick up and give us our backup bigs, and we ship Christian Wood somewhere, and we ship Jackson Hayes somewhere, and we make it bubble. You know what I mean? Let me ask, how do y'all feel about these people? You know what I mean? How do you feel about these possible trade targets or free agency targets? Let me know in chat. Really appreciate y'all being here. Please go ahead and like if you haven't done so before. Since I have all these people here, I really appreciate y'all coming through. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Go ahead and drop a like real quick. That would really help me out to let the channel be seen a lot more in the algorithm. And drop a comment, because I love to talk about y'all. I love to talk about y'all. I love to talk with y'all. So I'll talk about y'all too. It's the greatest Lakers. Greatest fan base in the whole world. I'll talk about y'all all the time, plain and simple. Also, another person I had a thought about. We talking about point guards, right? What do y'all think about Lonzo on the vet men? Did they release him? Is Lonzo still on the books? Let me see. Lonzo is in Chicago. Oh, God. But they might drop him. They might release him, I think. I heard they might release Lonzo. So if they release Lonzo, then maybe we could pick him up in waivers. That'll be great. Go ahead and do that. Y'all gotta do it before it starts, because y'all gotta pay him something. Y'all gonna have to pay him something. So anyway, what do y'all think about Lonzo as a pickup in the buyout market, possibly? I think that actually he'll be great. We'd get our point guard veteran-ish. Definitely can shoot the three, plays great defense. I mean, I'm saying, I mean, yeah, he has those knees. That's not really doing well, but he looks like he's healthy and he's ready to go. So I think that would be actually be a great pickup personally. But yeah, it's time for Rob Pelinka to put his money where his mouth is also, and do the damn thing. You have the entire Laker wallet to play with, bro. So under these conditions, if you can't get it done, you don't deserve to be the GM. And that's all I got to say. You know what I mean? So anyway, Craig, he said, one last one. He said, get Clay and another LeBron movie. Hey, we got that connection too. He got to come to LA, man. I forgot about Space Jam, son. Come on and bring your behind over here, Clay. Stop playing with your boy. Too injury prone, who I guess you're talking about, Lonzo, would have to take a pay cut. Absolutely. I mean, he's taking we can't get him unless he gets bought out by Chicago anyway, but I feel like they definitely will buy him out because they have Cody White. So they don't need another dude that they got to pay $25 million when you're already paying Cody White $12 million. And by the time you want to go ahead and extend Cody now, drop Lonzo. Lonzo could basically go sign as a free agent, vet min somewhere, because everybody else is going to be scared of him. And I mean, if it's a vet min, he gets hurt, whatever. You basically gonna waste free vet mins on these bums that we got on our team. So why not? You know what I mean? So anyway, but I feel what you're saying though, Craig. I feel what you're saying though. Everybody else who's out there, thank you for coming through, Craig. You're a soldier. I appreciate you. You're a real one. One of my day ones, man. I really appreciate you for coming through all the time, man. But all of you, I appreciate y'all for coming through. Please go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Also, just come on back to Call Me Nakomi World. Hit that notification button so that you see whenever I go live. As soon as I see that something has happened, I'm going to try to, if I can and I'm available, I'm definitely going to try to come through. If not, just for 5 minutes to talk and give my opinion. I'm waiting for the fireworks to hit, and I can't wait to go ahead and share this with you. Go ahead and sit down and have you got yourself a nice glass of orange juice. See you guys later. Go ahead, and I'll talk to y'all soon. See y'all later.